They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hands up, Wayne! 44 to Mike! What we got? What we got? What we got? Tight going. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Dalton. And his throw here is incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Passing, it's Dalton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. There's Foles. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Foles. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Foles. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They find some open field here. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Kareem Hunt, 98 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted. But it winds up falling incomplete.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
We go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
26-yard
Waiting. Check, 47. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take.
Now on 2nd and 13. Foles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
One of the selling points at the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And some room to maneuver. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Up. We need key. 44. Nice. Up.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
He's got a 1st down past the 30 and all the way up to the 46. 31 yards there and a 1st down. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And a big loss loss here as he's taken down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Another try after the first down sack. Foles. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 47 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the off-road corner, Josh Norman.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
After the sack on 1st down, Foles. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 17-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. On third down, Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Dalton's pass complete to Green. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Andy Dalton now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. From just shy of midfield, Dalton.
Well, praise has to go to the guys.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't...
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Let's go, great.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you big.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run again with Hunt. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Dalton here from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. And the Bills have now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted. And I think the ball's out. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Kareem Hunt with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. That was off kilter. Offense up front, everyone was just kind of out of sync.
Well, from my perspective, that certainly looked like the defense just destroyed that play, absolutely just took it over.
All right, so I'm going to revamp what I said. The defense was in sync. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
They'll look to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll look to set up his blockers. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go, D. 93, 52, 93, 44.
First and 10 for Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
At the Jaguars' 26-yard line.
Hands up, ladies. Mike Bobo. Watch the run. They're running it. Check 26, check 26. Hands up.
They'll run again with Hunt. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike, ladies. Watch the blood, watch the blood, watch the blood. Watch the blood. Regular. 47. Hands up.
To throw on third down, Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 11-yard line.
Hands up, ladies. Mike, 47. I'm trying to collect. Check 3. Hands up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Foles throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lee. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with
rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Foles. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll keep it on the ground. Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. All right, here's Dalton. Complete to his tight end Sample. And they work this out past the 25. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Andy Dalton now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Big spot, Andy Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
He's going right at him. 47. Check, 47. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
There's Foles. The open man is Westbrook. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. The Bengals drive about to get going. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
47, Mike, 47. Nice.
Dalton wants to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Now a first throw here in overtime. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Foles toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
sets up a 3rd down and 18.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now Hunt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hunt. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Check, 47. It's our field.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This to win it in overtime. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Let's go! Mike part two. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.